full room, you guys. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome. This is going to be such a fun class. We are honored to have one of our casting directors from our casting director panel back doing her own class this time. Miss Joy Doing, of course, a casting director from the Disneyland Resort, as well as many things from New York on down. So let me go ahead and bring on Miss Joy Doing. Woo!
Hi, everybody. Wow, thanks for joining us. So we did a call for submissions, and we got about 96,000 of them, I believe is the official number. And so we will definitely do this again. So we grabbed 5 that really spoke to us. And these are the 5 that we're going to be working with today, and you'll get to meet them in a second. So our 5 performers, I'm going to ask you to just say your name and introduce yourselves to the audience, and then you'll start whenever you're ready. I won't spend any time going through my bio. You can Google me. You can read about me online. I was a New York casting director for about 10 years, and then I got my dream job as a casting director for Disney. So that's where I am now. Of course, I am not working right now. I am one of the thousands of Disney cast members who are on furlough. So looking forward to getting back to that soon. I want to tell everybody who is interested in auditioning for any Disney project, any site around the world, to please go to disneyauditions.com and create a profile for yourself. You can upload headshots and resumes and links and all of your stats and all of your information there, website if you have it. And that's our database where we track all performers that audition for us. I want to start with a general observation about the submissions that we received, and a word about self-taping in general. And that is that don't think of this as a traditional audition media, because self-tapes and submissions online, we're not doing a traditional audition. So don't think about being in front of a white wall and with your Laducas and your jewel tone dress, which please don't wear those to auditions anyway, unless you're dancing, and you can wear your character shoes. But we're looking for a real person, an artist who has a point of view. That's general audition advice. But for self-tapes, don't think of it in terms of I have to do an audition, because that's an artificial situation anyway. We do it that way because there's no better way to do it right now. At least there hasn't been in the past. That's why we're in a studio with plain white walls and a piano, and it's a very sterile environment. But right now, we don't have to do that. We're not stuck with the sterile studio environment. So why not use your environment? Why not live in your space? You could sing The Sound of Music and go in your backyard or your apartment courtyard or a nearby park and spin around with your arms out. Why not? You know, use your environment. If you're singing a breakup song, maybe you're sitting on your couch with a box of tissues and a pint of Ben & Jerry's and a glass of wine, whatever, you know, be a real person, live in that space, and use the medium of your cell phone, your computer, whatever devices that you have, use that to tell your story. So that's something that I would note for future, for anybody who wants to submit for this in the future, is really take advantage of creative ways to explore this medium. One resource for you to check out is the Rock the Audition Instagram. Sherry Sanders runs that page. She's the guru of pop rock auditions, but some of the stuff she's putting up there about self-tape for pop rock auditions is applicable to everything. She's got some really interesting, fun, crazy ideas about what you can do with your self-tapes. Yes, Auntie Sherry. What else? Okay, I saw a lot of, I'm gonna get on here and belt my face off, which is great if we need that. If we specifically ask in an audition posting for you to come in and belt your face off, great. If that's what you do and that's where your voice lives, naturally you open your mouth and a big sound comes out, great, I encourage you to do it. We don't need that. It's totally unnecessary, and it can be really overwhelming to sit in watching audition videos and sit in an audition room for 8 hours and listen to people just belting their faces off. It starts to feel like I'm getting yelled at all day. So there's no need for that. I would love to hear the natural quality of your voice, whatever it is. I would love to hear that real authentic quality of your voice. And then I can figure out what to do with you from there. And if I want to hear a big belt song, I can ask for that. Oh, I have down here another idea about self-tape. You can sing Matchmaker and dance around your living room with a mop. Why not? You know, so you could use other people. You could use your dogs, cats, guinea pigs, whatever, snakes, whatever you have in your house. You could use them as the other character. Maybe you're doing a LeFou audition, and you could use like your cat or a Han Solo action figure to play Gaston, you know, come up with fun ideas. And please sing into the camera. So this is a specific note for Cole Fletcher, is one of our workshop participants today, whom you'll meet in a moment. And Cole, for your submission, you were singing kind of off to the side of the camera, which is great for an on-camera audition, but for a theater audition, it feels really weird because I want you to be singing to your audience, which is me. And we're not in an audition room, so you don't have to worry about being creepy and staring at me while you're singing. But I do want to feel invested and involved in your story, so sing into the camera. That was like weird when I was talking to you and I was kind of singing off to the side, right? That's uncomfortable. And I want to be able to connect with you. Okay, so those are some general notes. And now I would love to jump in. And quick tip for everyone who is going to be singing today, as well as for anyone who's auditioning anywhere for anything, something really important that you can do before you start your audition is to just stop and take a breath in and let it out. That'll do wonders for your state of mind and your mindset and your body and your heart when you're going into performing an audition. Thanks everybody for your patience as we might encounter some technical glitches here and there. There's a whole new world for all of us. So let's do it. And you know, if it's a total train wreck, we can always stop and start over. Cool? All right. Let's do this. Michael is our brave soul who has volunteered to go first. So Michael, please introduce yourself and then set up your, get your cue, get your music queued up, and then jump in when you're ready after you take a nice, long, slow breath.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Ayabar, and I'm excited for this. Out there among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, and heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I were in their skin, I'd treasure every instant out there, strolling by the sand, taste a morning out there, like ordinary men who freely walk about there. Just one day and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, hold and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there.
Awesome. Yay, Michael. Doesn't he have a gorgeous voice? Wow.
Oh no, things are happening.
That's okay. So,
There we go.
so Michael, Where is your camera? Are you looking into the, okay. Sorry, I can't hear you, cut out.
It's
Are you
slightly
muted?
lower than my sight line.
Okay, so try looking up at your sight line instead of looking, yeah, there we go. Then we get more open eyes.
There we go.
Great. And then I want you to find, so this is a classic I Want song, right? I am in point A right now, and I must go to point B. And so, and this is like a huge percentage of audition songs, and all of the classic Disney songs are I Want songs.
Mm-hmm.
And what you have to find is, okay, we know that where you are is not desirable. And we've already learned that about you. So what I want to see in the story is you seeing that bright, beautiful future for yourself. I want to see that in your eyes and picturing that. So find the positive spin on it, because we as the audience, we want to be able to root for you to get there. And if all we're seeing is, I'm so sad being where I am right now, and I really, really want to get out of here, then I'm not going to be so inclined to root for you as if you do a really positive, like, these are the details that I'm picturing, like running around with the Millers and Weavers and listening to all the chatter and smelling the smells, and really live in all of those details for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an especially poignant and easy to tap into right now, because we'd all love to be at the beach, right? Smelling the salt air. We'd love to be sitting in the theater, smelling that classic woodsy backstage sweaty smell, right? So think about, recall those details for yourself and personalize it, and find that positive spin of what is out there.
Mm-hmm.
Tell your story about what is out there and what your life will be like when you get there.
Perfect.
Make sense?
Yes, definitely.
And then, so I really want you to have a clean start. So if you're not ready, then just stop it, because you have complete control. You don't have to stop and walk over to your accompanist right now, right? You can just press the pause button and take a breath. And then be ready. Don't start until you're ready.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Cool.
Yeah, and that'll help you stay on your breath. Let's give it another go.
All right. Out there among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I were in their skin, I'd treasure every instant out there, strolling by the sand. Taste the morning out there. Can I start over? Cool.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, so much better.
Yeah. I
hope everybody,
because I was like, oh, new things.
Yes.
Yes.
I hope everybody noticed the difference. And I feel like I got to see you as a person a lot more that time. Now, don't forget to keep singing and keep it musical while you're feeling the feelings, right? Don't let the emotion take away your support and your musicality. When you got to Taste the Morning, you started to really feel it, and it became more of a speak singing.
Gotcha.
So keep singing through that. Use that emotion to create the music.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's do, I might, if we have time at the end, I might want to come back and do the other song that we talked about.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
But I want to run through this one more time, just to give you a sense to really sit in those changes and really feel what you've discovered.
Perfect. Awesome.
And then when we're done, you can jot down some notes about what you learned. Okay?
Yes.
Great. Let's do it.
All right. There among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I were in their skin, I'd treasure every instant out there, strolling by the sand. Taste a morning out there, like ordinary men who freely walk about there, just one day, and then I swear I'd be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there.
Yeah. Awesome. So good. So good.
Yeah.
I want to give you some thoughts about if you were to create a self-tape and submit that, about using your environment. You know, you could even do a little, like, I'm looking at my window at the beginning, and then, you know, then you turn back to the camera, and then you're into the camera. And just to give you, so it takes you out of, I'm sitting at my desk singing an audition song. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Wonderful. Really great work on that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
All right. So like I said, if we do have extra time at the end, we can come back and do the second song. Let us move to Liz.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Audibale, and I'm going to be singing When He Sees Me from Waitress. Breathe. I'm sorry, girls. He could be criminal. Some kind of psychopath who escaped from an institution somewhere where they don't have girls. He could have masterminded a way to find me. He could be colorblind. How untrustworthy is that? He could be less than kind. Or even worse, he could be very nice at lies. Make me laugh. Go out of hiding. What do I do with that? Oh God, what if when he sees me, I like him and he knows it? I want to tear him up and open, I can't close it. What happens then if when he holds me, my heart is set in motion? I'm not prepared for that, I'm scared of breaking open. But still I can't help but hoping to find someone to talk to who likes the way that I am. Someone who, when he sees me, wants to get.
Yes.
Thank you.
I love how you make it your own.
Thank you.
It's really wonderful. So a couple of things to think about with this song and the moment in this person's life is, first of all, just a technical note. It feels like you're not quite on your breath throughout. So it's really critical to stay on your breath because you're going to be using it a lot, right? Try to sing it a little bit less.
Okay.
So play with, and that could be a little bit scary, right? When you're not allowing yourself to really sing at your full capacity and you're playing with those kind of scary parts in the break and there's flips, and it's a really challenging song. It's a tough song. Most people don't realize how vocally demanding it is because you really want to really be sitting on your breath and playing with the scary parts of your voice. because that dramatically is what's happening in this person's life right now. She's stepping into brand new territory where she has no control over the outcome. And she's used to having control over her environment, and she's running around cleaning things and organizing, and it's a terrifying thought to think about letting go of control and putting herself out there. So really dive into that feeling of vulnerability and of how scary it is to be vulnerable. Because I don't know about you, but this situation that we're in right now, where we have 100 people watching from their phones at home, and it's not ideal circumstances in terms of sound and lighting and Wi-Fi and all that. It's scary to be putting yourself out there. So really lean into that sense of vulnerability and playing with those scary corners that we don't usually access in our lives, right? Because we tend to try to play it safe. We do all the right things. We wear the right clothes to auditions, and we sing the right songs, and we take the right classes and all of that stuff. So play with not being safe.
Okay.
Letting yourself not be safe. And really staying on your breath.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Long, slow breath at the beginning.
Yep. That's just the nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, girls. He could be criminal. Some kind of psychopath who escaped from an institution somewhere where they don't have girls. He could have masterminded a way to find me. He could be colorblind. How untrustworthy is that? He could be less than kind.
Okay, I'm going to stop you for a second, Liz. Let's try a version in which you're not really worried that he could be an escape from an institution or any of that stuff. That's not a real fear.
Okay.
But that's something that you're making up as an excuse almost. Like you're just reaching for straws, because the real scary thing is that he might see you and reject you for who you are. Or even scarier, he might see you and want to be with you.
Yeah.
And you would have someone in your life, sharing your life with someone, and again, losing control over your life. So those are the real fears. So this stuff about, being escaped from prison and all of that, it's just reaching for straws.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
From the top again.
Okay, see what happens. I'm sorry, girls. He could be criminal. Some kind of psychopath who escaped from an institution somewhere where they don't have girls. He could have masterminded a way to find me. He could be colorblind. How untrustworthy is that? He could be less than kind. Or even worse, he could be very nice, have lovely eyes, and make me laugh. I'm out of hiding. What do I do with that? Oh God, what if when he sees me, I like him and he knows it? What if he opens up a door and I can't close it? What happens then? If when he holds me, my heart is set in motion, I'm not prepared for that, I'm scared of breaking open. But still I can't help but hope and find someone to talk to who likes the way I am. Someone who, when he sees me, wants to again.
Yes. Great adjustment. I got chills because it felt so real and vulnerable, open, and you weren't afraid to go there. That was beautiful. Really well done.
Thank you.
I want you to take that journey again. And if possible, if we could skip to what if when he sees me, right? And start right a little bit before then, if possible. And again, once you got on the emotional journey of it, you kind of dropped the music.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to layer back the music in and try to use as much straight tone as possible.
Okay.
And what that does is stylistically, it'll put it in a more stylistically appropriate place for the song and for the songwriter. And also it will force you to stay on your breath, because you'll really have to be thinking about that, because singing straight tone is much harder, and allow you to kind of play with some of those colors vocally. So this time, think about the technical singing aspect of it more. And if some of the emotional storyline goes away, that's okay. But ideally, you would be able to use the emotions to create that music and marry those two things together. So both your voice and your eyes and your body are telling the same story.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Let me find the spot that you're talking about. What to do with that? Oh God, when he sees me, I like him and he knows it. What if he opens up a door and I can't close it? What happens then if when he holds me, my heart is set in motion? I'm not prepared for that, I'm scared of breaking open. But still I can't help from hoping to find someone to talk to who likes the way I am.
Okay, so what the voice that you're in right now, go back to that same spot and use that same kind of breathy, head voicey, straight tone quality to sing, what if when he sees me, da, 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 da. So don't go full voice or even medium voice yet. Stay in that same breathy spot.
Got it, okay. What if when he sees me, I like him and he knows it? What if he opens up a door and I can't close it? What happens then if when he holds me, my heart is set in motion? I'm not prepared for that, I'm scared of breaking open. But still I can't help from hoping to find someone to talk to who likes the way I am. Someone who, when he sees me, wants to again.
Good job. Yeah, that's really, really, really hard to find that sweet spot. But I actually liked the way you were singing it before we did that exercise, but it's good to be able to see those different colors and for you to have access to them and play with them. And keep working towards that, because that's it's a perfect song for you. It's something that I have observed about you in auditions before, is that you have a bit of a wall up. So having a song where you are really forced to explore those scary places and be vulnerable is a really great choice for you. It's nice to see you on something like that.
I just got read by joy. Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you so much.
I mean, it's a very common thing. And when I'm able to, I do try to work with people in the audition room on that and just try to kind of punch through that wall, because it's natural. I mean, you're in front of strangers who are judging you, basically. So yeah, you're gonna naturally want to protect yourself. And you have to do the exact opposite and understand that you are among people that love you and are rooting for you and want you to have a good time and want you to be that person for us.
100%. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Really great job. And again, if we have time, we can circle back and do your second song.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Liz. Okay. Brooklyn.
Hi.
Hi, Brooklyn.
Hi. So yes, I'm Brooklyn Viscara. I'm 15, and I'll be singing Before It's Over from Dogfight. I never even knew a world was waiting. Somehow something awful made that world appear. Maybe this sounds crazy, but I'm happy that it happened. Happy that I came. Happy that I'm here. I can see a world beautiful and strange. Can you see it too? It's so close, don't let it get away. There's so much to do before it's over.
That was lovely. I love the freshness and the simplicity of it, of what you've done with it. You haven't tried to make it a big belty song. You haven't tried to just sing the heck out of it. You've kept it really, really simple, and that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of discipline to do that. So well done. Question, is that how the song ends, or did you opt up the last?
That's how the song ends. Yeah.
Okay, great. There was a moment when maybe you hit the note in a way you didn't expect to hit it.
Yeah, the music took a little while to more the time to come in than I thought it would. So I waited. But
here's the thing, I probably wouldn't notice or care if you sang a wrong note or came in on the wrong note, but you made me notice. You drew attention to it by commenting on it. It was kind of like a, oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Totally get that.
It's okay. Auditions are not perfect. Performances are not perfect. So don't worry about it. If you make a mistake, definitely don't call our attention to it.
Yes.
You had a great instinct to step into the camera, to step closer to the camera. I don't know if that was planned or if it was just on instinct, but it was really effective.
Okay.
Just that simple move, because the performance overall is so simple and clean and quiet that when you do take a step forward, it has immense power when you're doing it in the right place, and you did it in the right place. Well done.
Thank you.
Tell me the first lyrics of the song, remind me.
I never even knew a world was waiting, or like the first lyrics.
That you sang.
Okay, I never even knew a world was waiting.
And then?
Somehow something awful made the world appear.
Okay. So who do you think, in the context of the show, who do you think she's singing the song to and about?
To Eddie and about Eddie.
Yes. Okay, good. Because it sounds like on the surface, she's singing about herself, but it really is a message for him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, here are two people that are on a precipice. You know, they're standing on a bridge, right? If I recall correctly. And it's a dangerous situation. It's one of those situations in which you make a choice whether to take that leap forward and fall and hope that the net will appear, or you turn around and go back to your old life. So this time around, think about the danger and the power of that moment, of being on that precipice and having to make a choice about whether to take that step or not.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what to do with that?
Yes.
Danger, discomfort, vulnerability, fear and excitement at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Long, slow breaths.
I never even knew a world was waiting. Somehow something awful made that world here. Maybe this sounds crazy, but I'm happy that it happened. Happy that I came.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. So start again and find the world, the new world that's scary, and find it and see it before you start singing.
Okay.
Don't press that play button until you see it.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, I messed it up.
That's okay, it's still there. All you have to do is step back into it.
Yes. I never even knew a world was waiting. That's the wrong part. So sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, got it back. See the world, seeing the world, getting it.
And be specific about it though. What is scary to you, Brooklyn, about the world that you are entering into? We're all entering into a new world. We don't know what it looks like, right? So
Yeah.
think about what's really scary and exciting about that world.
Okay. I never even knew a world was waiting. Somehow something awful made that world here. Maybe this sounds crazy, but I'm happy that it happened. Happy that I came. Happy that I'm here. I can see a world beautiful and strange. Can you see it too? It's so close, don't let it get away. There's so much to do before it's over.
Yes, very nice. Just adds another layer of complication to it. Life is complicated, you know.
Yeah.
And the more we dig for those layers and the inner conflict, the more of a fuller experience we're going to have. And it's about finding that universal human experience that we can connect with you. And we don't have to even know exactly what you're thinking, what you're imagining, but we can layer our own imagination on it and find our own way into your story if you're really living in it. The imagination is the most powerful tool we have, both as a performer and as an audience. So so keep digging deeper into that. That was really nicely done. And this, your starting off point is so powerful. That's the most powerful part of your whole audition for everybody, where you are when you start. And that breath helps you just get to a neutral place with your body and your mind and your spirit. And then you can step into that world and never, ever, ever rush to start your audition. Always take the time to step into that world and practice making that transition from the breath into your world so that it comes more naturally to you when you're in that scary environment. Be in the right place when you start to sing or start your scene or your monologue. It's everything, because you can only grow in your story from there. If you start behind, you start before you're ready, you have a long runway to have to gear back up into that story. Excellent. Well done. If we have time, I would love to come back to Lost in the Brass.
Okay.
And also, Brooklyn, I want you to get more pop rock material that's not from a show
Okay.
into your repertoire.
Okay.
All right. And start, doing some recordings of those and posting them. And also, you can use your environment more.
Okay.
Dogfight, she's standing on a bridge. She's not standing in front of a white wall, right?
Yeah.
So we want to see where you are in your life while you're singing this.
Okay.
Cool. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Janisa.
Hi, everyone. I'm Janisa Bro. I'm 18 years old, and I'm sure you all know this song, but it's Journey to the Past from Anastasia.
Janisa, can you step back a little bit or move your camera
Yeah.
away a little bit?
Yeah, here I can. Is that a little better?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, that's better. Great.
Family, there was once a time I must have had them too. Home, love, family, I will never complete until I find you. One step at a time, one hope then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future. Things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign. Let this road be mine. Let it lead me to my past and bring me home at last.
Excellent. Great job. Okay, let me ask you a question. Where are you right now?
In my bedroom.
Okay. Is there another, can we see a little bit more? Can you zoom out a little bit so we can see a little bit more of your...
I just had to sit because of the sound earlier, but I can
Right.
back a little bit, or
Okay. Can you stand up?
yeah, of course.
Okay. That's better.
Okay.
Do you have a backpack or something, a bag of some
Yes.
sort? Okay, great. You can put it down on the chair or whatever's in front of you. Think about the words home, love, and family. What does home mean to you?
I won't go into like in detail what I think, but just being back where I belong.
But I do want the detail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What is it specifically? What does home mean to you?
Yeah. I went to school out of state for a semester, and it wasn't for me, and I knew that this is where I had to be. Sorry, I feel emotional.
It's okay.
Just being back here with my friends, my family, my support, doing what I love.
Okay. When you're traveling home, what's the one thing you see that makes you finally exhale and think, I'm back where I belong. I'm home. Do you have a touchstone that you can think of that immediately pops into your head when you think of home?
My mom.
Okay, great. So when you say the word home, you're going to think of your mom, and she's where and she's doing what?
Right now.
When you think of her in your imagination.
She's waiting for me, welcoming me, and
Okay, so see her in detail in your mind, in your imagination. What about love?
theater and doing my passion.
Uh-huh. So specifically, what does that mean for you?
Performing and being on stage.
Is there a moment in your life when you've been on stage that you felt that rush of like, this is love, this is what it feels like to love what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. So think of that specific moment when you say love. And when you say family, what do you think about?
My sister. And my cat.
So what are your sister and your cats doing?
They're also waiting for me and welcoming me as well.
Mm-hmm. How about they're not waiting for you and welcoming you? How about something that you love to do with your sister at home with your cats? Are you sitting on the couch with your phones together? Are you doing TikToks together? Are you watching TV together? Yes. Right. So whatever that thing is that you like, I can't wait to get home with my sister and watch Schitt's Creek again with our cats on our laps. Whatever that is for you, that's what you're going to think of when you say family. So do it again and take your time, breathe, take a full breath in and out. It's going to feel like an eternity when you take that long, slow breath in and out, but it's a blip on the radar for us. It'll feel like 525,600 minutes, but it's not. But it's important for you. So take your time to take that long, slow breath and think about home and then love and then family. Press the button when you're ready, but not until you're ready. So the scene is that you're in your dorm room or wherever at your school out of state, and you're about to leave and get on a plane to come home.
Okay. There was once a time I must have had you too. Oh, love, family, I will never be complete until I find you. One step at a time, one hope then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future. Things my heart still needs to know. Yes, let this be a sign. Let this road be mine. Let it lead me to my past and bring me home.
Awesome. So much better, right? That detail is everything, the detail of your imagination. And I will continue to push you on that and finding that detail and digging it up, because the answer to the question is not the place where I belong. Home is not the place where I belong. Home is on my couch with my sister, the couch that's been in my family since I was 3 years old. And the one time I got Play-Doh in it and my mom got really mad because she couldn't get it out, and the cat scratches the one corner of it. It's that specific of the detail that you are responsible for tapping into and seeing in your mind's eye, because everyone sings this song.
Yeah.
But no one else in the world has your same details. No one else in the world has that couch. No one else in the world has your mom and your sisters and your cats and that show you did in 8th grade that made you realize that you had to do this for the rest of your life, right? So you bring that personalization and that detail, and that'll put you head and shoulders above everyone else.
Thank you.
Except for the 100 people watching right now, who I'm sure are all fabulous. Awesome. Okay, and never start until you're ready. Okay?
Yeah.
Great.
Definitely.
So if we have time, sorry, you had a question?
Oh, no, I just said thank you.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. So if we have time, we'll come back and do How Deep is the Ocean? Okay, Cole.
Hi.
Hi, Cole.
I'm Cole Fletcher. I'm 23 years old. And on a less emotional note, I'll be singing Where Do You Belong from Mean Girls the Musical. One second. Sorry, technical
It's
difficulty.
okay.
Okay,
No worries.
here we go. My mama used to tell me, baby girl, don't ever eat lunch on the john. Yes, my mother used to call me baby girl, ha 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 ha. So what if all the ducklings think you're ugly? It's because they've never seen a swan. It takes all kinds of people who need people, so find people you can bear. Come find your clique, your herd, your flock. Come take a walk and answer my small questionnaire, which I'll sing to you. Ah, ah, where do you belong? Where do you belong? Where do you belong? Where do you belong? You'll be judged on sight and made to fit. So find a clique and stick with it. Say, where do you belong?
Wonderful. That's
Thank
such a
you.
good song for you.
Thanks so much. Dream roll.
And it sounds beautiful. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you so much.
For a song like this, I feel like we need to see more of your body,
Okay.
more of your
Okay.
physicality. Can you possibly reset a little bit? Yeah.
Here. Okay.
It's Where Do You Belong from Mean Girls, for those who are asking.
Is this better?
It is. I wish the camera was higher. Is that possible?
I don't know if that is possible.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. That's
Here,
all
wait,
right.
back it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
So use your space and don't feel the need to sing into the camera, because then you'll be looking down.
Right.
Just for now, we don't expect perfection. And just free yourself up, because it is a very physical song.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's like Rose's turn.
Totally.
I don't see you all of a sudden. I
Oh,
see
me?
Tatiana. Oh, there you are. You're back. Okay.
Okay.
If you're not performing right now, please mute yourself. Otherwise, you get spotlighted accidentally. Okay. So physicality, and enjoy the performance of it, but keep it under control.
Got it.
Right? So you don't want to be flailing all over the place, which I don't think you will, but something to keep in mind. And that, take your time with it.
Okay.
This is your big moment, because this is your expertise, right?
Yes.
You are the guide in the wilderness. Every story has the wise guide, right?
Right.
That's the classic archetype of storytelling. Yoda. You're the Yoda of the story, right?
Yeah.
So take your time with things like, my mom used to say, baby girl, acknowledge that there might be a question or a raised eyebrow about that. Take the time to acknowledge that before you verbally acknowledge it.
Okay.
People who need people, I don't think there's any moment in this character's brain when there's not a musical going on. So there shouldn't be any thought between in that people who need people, when he quotes the song. It shouldn't be and I've suddenly thought of this clever thing. He's living in a musical already, so it just comes out.
Totally.
Right?
Yes.
And use your questions. And this is for anybody who's singing a song that has a question in it. Use the question. Really ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you belong? Really ask that question. And it's a challenge. And well, I'm going to show you all of your options because this is my world and we all live in it. And I will now create. Nothing happens in this world without you, Cole, making it happen. You're the magician.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Okay. My mama used to tell me, baby girl, don't ever eat lunch on the John. Yes, my mama used to call me baby girl, ha 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 ha. So what if all the ducklings think you're ugly? It's because they've never seen a swan. It takes all kinds of people who need people, so find people you can bear. Come find your group, your herd, your flock. Come take a walk and answer my small questionnaire, which I'll sing to you. Ah, ah, where do you belong? Where do you belong? Where do you belong? Where do you belong? You'll be judged on sight and made to fit. So find a click and stick with it. Say, where do you belong?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So when I said physicalize it,
Yes.
I wanted to see more of your body moving
Okay.
and not so much the parallel gestures with the hands because it
Got
gets
it.
a little handsy.
Yeah.
So that when you do have an opportunity to make a fabulous gesture, it's
Love it.
wasted because there's so much going on. It's just more noise.
Got it.
So when you have a moment, I'm trying to find my camera right now so I can look at you sideways. So when you do have a moment where you need to throw some flair on it, think of that as a seasoning, as like salt. If you're constantly throwing salt in your dish, it's going to be really salty and that's all you're going to taste, right?
Yeah.
So just a sprinkle here and there. Find the moments when you add your salt.
Okay.
Now, this time, look into the camera.
Okay.
Are you looking in the camera right now?
Yes.
Yes, now you are. Okay. Now sing it to us. And now you don't get to use your hands. All you have is your eyes and your voice.
Okay.
And tell the story.
Okay. Would you like me to go back again?
Nope.
Okay.
Stay where you are.
Okay. Thank you.
Take a breath, long, slow breath. What's your first line?
My mama used to tell me, baby girl, don't ever eat lunch on the John.
So what does that have to do with the song?
Damien and Janice have just caught Katie eating lunch on the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a little bit appalling. So allow yourself to be in that moment where you're appalled, but also showing compassion.
Yeah. Okay.
You know? Okay.
Totally. Okay.
Find that well of compassion and mother henness in this character.
Cool. Okay. Well, there we go. My mama used to tell me, baby girl, don't ever eat lunch on the John. Yes, my mother used to call me baby girl, ha 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 ha. So what if all the ducklings think you're ugly? It's because they've never seen a swan. It takes all kinds of people who need people, so find people you can bear. Come find your group, your herd, your flock. Come take a walk and answer my small questionnaire.
Okay, great. Good. Good adjustment so far. You have a tendency to kind of throw away some details.
Okay.
By sort of questioning them. Is this right? Is this right? Is it your herd? Is it your flock? I don't know.
Okay.
You can use those moments to, okay, I can see you're not understanding like teenager language. So I'm going to have to talk to you in jungle language.
Simple terms. Yeah, totally.
Right? Yeah. Like you're talking to a child. Okay. What else? Yeah. Okay. Do it from the top.
Okay.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's because I've never seen a swan. You
Mhm.
can use your voice to create the beauty of a swan. You can be a
Yeah.
little bit indulgent there. It's
Okay.
okay to be indulgent with your voice on a song like this.
Totally. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. My mama used to tell me, baby girl, don't ever eat lunch on the john. Yes, my mother used to call me baby girl, ha ha ha. So what if all the ducklings think you're ugly? It's because they've never seen a swan. It takes all kinds of people who need people, so find people you can bear. Come find your group, your herd, your flock. Come take a walk and answer my small questionnaire, which I'll sing to you. Ah, ah, where do you belong? Where do you belong? Where do you belong? Where do you belong? You'll be judged on sight and made to fit. So find a click and stick with it. Say, where do you belong?
Okay, good. So as you're working on this,
Yeah.
find the different reasons to repeat where do you belong.
Right, I know. It's
Maybe
quite a lot.
maybe you're using that. Maybe you're using those phrases in this context to show the jocks. Where do you belong? With the jocks? Where do you
Yeah.
belong? With the sexually active band geeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think in general, just keep working towards finding the detail of it and trusting the choices that you make.
Yeah.
Right? So you land on a choice and you have a tendency to not let it sit. You're like moving on to the next thing, and your face is very expressive, and your eyebrows are very expressive. You have like Nathan Lane eyebrows, which is a great tool, but again, it can be overused like salt.
Yeah.
So make a choice, stick with it, and trust it, and let it lead you into the next choice rather than, okay, that choice is done. I got to move on to the next and the next and the next and the next.
Yeah.
Make the joke, land the punchline, and then let that lead you on a journey to the next thing.
Totally.
Okay? Because what happens for all of us when we don't trust what we're doing, we start to do everything. We just start to do more and more and more and make more and more choices. But really, we should just make a few strong choices and stick with them and sit in them and see how the other person is reacting. And, oh, you're not getting that? Okay. Heard? Block.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Now I can move on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent.
Absolutely.
Good work. And
so
that is the challenge of doing character work is
that's what I think too. I think Damien as a role is really exciting to me because it's like an openly gay, flamboyant character, and so I just kind of ran with that.
Yes. And that's a great place to start. It really is.
Thank you.
The brilliant thing about Damien is that he's really smart.
Yeah.
And he knows who he is. So he does make choices and then sit in them. And he is very comfortable with that, or he's learning to be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And that's where you are in your depths, where most people at this stage in their career are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an okay place to be. So sit in that and enjoy it and just follow the discoveries as they come.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. TJ, how are we on time? I have no idea what time it is.
Yeah, we are at 4:10. So we're at that time to maybe like
awesome
wrap her up. But you guys, first of all, a huge round of applause for these incredible 5 artists that were so vulnerable to come on and sing for 100 people who all are sitting on mute. You guys are amazing. Thank you. And a huge round of applause for this incredible woman, Joy Doing, for sharing her wisdom and thoughts with us. And it was so awesome to just be thinking things and then Joy be saying them. It was just like, we got to work together, Joy. We're very like-minded. Yeah, no, it was cool to see all of your guys' growth. It was so cool. Guys, we're going to do a lot more of these. We see that they're highly attended and that people enjoy them and need them. And we will do our very best to cycle through everyone that wants to participate. You know, God knows how long we'll be sitting in quarantine. So there'll be lots of opportunity to do it with various casting directors. I'm going to do one. There's going to be a lot of people out there to be able to help spread the wealth of information to make you all more prepared for when we get back in an audition room together. Thank you guys again so much. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we have